This is Rama screen at the Justice League Dark premiere with Phil Bourassa, the character designer of the film. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So, this isn't your first DC round, of course. So, how does it feel coming back to this project, and what's different about it?
I love every project that I have worked on at Warner Brothers. You know, it's a lot of fun working on the DC characters, so this is, more fun. It's different in the sense that, this is the first time we're introducing this cast of characters, and they're a lot of fun to draw. They're not they're very different from the Justice League in that they are all very different from each other. The Justice League are based on the classic Superman archetype. Really, they're all just almost carved from marble. They're like the gods on Mount Olympus.
Yes.
So the interesting thing about tackling a project like Justice League Dark is that the characters come in a variety of shapes and silhouettes, and they're not all cut from the same archetype. So that was a lot of fun.
Any tweaks on the characters' looks that from the pages to the animated movie?
I think we're pretty close as far as like with characters like Deadman and Constantine. I think they look pretty much like their comic book counterpart. Same thing with Swamp Thing. I try to hit certain landmarks. I think Etrigan maybe is the biggest departure because we changed certain elements. We gave him like armor in certain places, but they're all pretty much very faithful to the comic book tradition.
I like that. This is interesting because Batman doesn't think too highly about magic. So I can't wait to watch this movie on how they blend together, how they become a team somehow.
Yeah, he's basically the point of view of the skeptic. He's the guy who everything has to have a scientific explanation, or to some extent, although his universe is pretty weird too. So but in this case, yeah, he's definitely skeptical, and it's cool to see them play off each other in that dynamic.
So let me ask you this: I'm sure you've heard that WB is also planning a Justice League Dark live-action movie. It was with Guillermo del Toro at one point. Yeah. So, what would be your advice to them, like about as far as character design would go? You have to, because they're gonna change the looks.
Right. I couldn't tell the live action guys because it's almost trickier for them in some ways because I think because these characters come from a hand-drawn tradition that we don't have to come up with ways of trying to disguise their origins. I think in the live action stuff, it's not like they're embarrassed of the origins of the character, but it's people accept the classic looks on the characters in that hand-drawn format. But when you adapt it to live action, they might think it looks silly. You know what I mean? So I think that there's a significant challenge there. You know what I mean? I would just wish them luck.
But you're wishing also that they don't deviate too much.
Yeah, the trick for them is finding a way to be faithful and to be true to the character but also to make it look like it could exist in the real world. Yeah. Whereas what I do, it's drawn art, so it doesn't have to look like real life. You know what I mean? Are
you also involved in the next DC animated movie? Which one?
I don't know what's been announced, so I can't say.
No exclusive?
Oh well, they announced Judas Contract, so that's the next one for me. Yeah, I designed that one. So
I can't wait. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
enjoy the night. Yeah. Okay.